Or Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandat Pranam. Welcome to the Gita Gyan English session. So today we are discussing about the wonderful shloka from Bhagavad Gita 4.8. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chatushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Anyone would like to recite? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, shall I?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinachaya dushkritam dharma santhapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Anyone else? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthaparthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Last.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandat Pranam, please.
Bhagavad Gita 4.8. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Please.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chatushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, dear devotee.
Prabhuji.
Dear devotees, Dandat Pranam to everyone. So we'll start the session now. So my first question, today we'll have a little like discussion sort of session. So why did the Lord in general had to say this in the first place? Why the Lord is telling this? Because the first question here, what happened was in this chapter was the Lord spoke about, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivashwan, etc., etc. The Lord was saying all these things. So Arjuna asks, "Oh, you were also born in the same era. No, how did you how did you tell this to instruct this to the science to Vivashwan like that?" So the Lord says, "No, you know about only this era, but I know all the janmas, right? So many births you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot. Oh, subdue your enemy." So the question of Arjuna didn't ask why are you coming to in this millennium, every millennium after millennium, like that. Arjuna didn't ask. So why do you think the Lord is talking about, oh, I am coming millennium after millennium to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants? Why? Where is the connection here? Anyone would like to have a guess?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, he takes birth because when irreligion increases and there's a lot of, injustice done in the society, the Lord takes his birth.
Yes.
During Mahabharata, the Pandavas, the Kauravas were at the peak of irreligion and miscreants. So the Lord took birth to save the world.
Yes, Mataji, correct. Why is the Lord telling this in this shloka? Arjuna didn't ask, why are you coming in millennium after millennium and all that? And why what he is doing? Well, Lord has come to take care of the devotees and to annihilate the miscreants, to deliver the pious. But why the Lord had to say this?
Because he's the father of the universe, Prabhuji, and he has to protect his children who are pious and good.
Yes, very good answer, Mataji. So I'll give my view also, Mataji. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
So in this, see this. I'll share the screen. 1 minute. Okay. So see this here in 29th sloka of the previous chapter. Anytime Krishna says something, we have to just go a little backtrack. That's it. In that chapter or in the previous chapter, we will know. There will be a connection. So here in 29th text of the 3rd chapter, the Lord is telling, bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in material activities and become attached. But the wise should not unsettle them, although these duties are inferior due to the performer's lack of knowledge. Because yes, see, we have all come here, right? Mama vamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana manashashtan indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Mama vamsha, we were part and parcel of the Lord. We were supposed to be in the spiritual world, but because of the envy, oh, Lord is doing everything, I'm not doing anything. Lord is getting attention, I'm not getting attention. So because of that, and there is only one master. There can't be lots of masters, isn't it? Only one master, the supreme master, who can create, appropriate, control, enjoy. He is the bhokta. But we were envious of the Lord. Oh, how can, oh, the Lord is being the recipient, I also would like to be a recipient. So that's why the Lord has made this material world for us. So here, see, that's why the Lord is telling these duties are inferior, right? Whatever we are doing is inferior. Why we are doing all these like material attachments, the sense gratification? The Lord is telling, because of performers' lack of knowledge, ajnana, ignorant, fully engage themselves, right? Ignorant. The Lord is telling us that we are ignorant. Next, so the Lord is giving us a solution also. He has told us a problem and he is giving us a solution. Why? Because he is our supreme well-wisher. So the Lord is telling, oh Arjuna, surrender all your works unto me, full knowledge unto me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from lethargy fight. So desires, no profit. So he's telling the proprietor, and also no claims to proprietorship. Oh, this is mine. What do we see? Griha, Kshetra, Suta, Apta, Vittaihi. These are the very important things for us. Griha, house, Kshetra, land, Suta, kids, Apta, friends, Vittaihi, money. So all these things are very, very important. We gain joy and we propriate, like this is ours. So the Lord is telling, no claims of proprietorship. So we'll discuss, okay? So and the Lord is also telling, he has spoke about the issue. Now he is telling about the solution. The solution is, you execute the duties according to the Lord's injunction, and who follow this teaching faithfully without envy become free from bondage of free to action. So when we say it is mine, jiva, who is the jiva? Just the soul, right? Does the jiva come along with the capacity like the body? Well, how you can see how we are born. 9 months first, how we are just size of a seed, right? So that means the jiva doesn't have capacity. The capacity is given by the Lord within the womb. Slowly through the mother's mother is also taking prasadam, right? Through that energy, the jiva body is also increasing slowly. It takes shape, right? And right, that whatever 1 kilo, 2 kilos, 3 kilos, 4 kilos, that is formed inside the womb. Generally speaking, jiva doesn't have any capacity, right? It is given, right? So that's why the Lord is telling, become free from bondage of free to actions. It's like, oh, my house, my that, my this, yes, my that, my this, yes, we have done it, but that is Prakriti, right? Prakriti is maintaining. Through that, we are performing few things. So that's why we shouldn't have bondage. So, and if we don't follow, he is telling about the solution, and the Lord is talking about, if we don't follow the solution also, he is telling, what is he saying? But out of envy, if we disregard these teachings and do not follow them regularly, they are considered to be bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavors of perfection. So the Lord is telling, why the Lord is telling all these things? Because we have Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, right? Old age will come. We don't want old age, but old age will come. We don't want death, but death will come, right? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, right? Vyadhi, the diseases. We don't want diseases, but it will come. So that's why don't worry about these endeavors of perfection, the wrong perfection, right? This Graha, Kshetra, Sutta. Yes, we can. We'll discuss how to deal with these things. We'll discuss. And And this is the last one. There are principles to regulate attachment and aversion pertaining to the senses and their objects. One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion because they are stumbling blocks of path of self-realization. What happens if we immerse ourselves in sense gratification? They become stumbling blocks on the path of self-realization. And this is the last one. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than others' duties. So he's talking about this. And then Arjuna asks, oh, then why are people doing all these things that they don't want to do, right? Why somebody is impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? Then the Lord talks about lust, right? Lust is bad. Never satisfied burns like fire, all those things, right? So that means, and when he comes to this chapter, I'm sorry, I had to, yeah. And then when he comes to chapter 4, that's why the Lord is telling, if you see this here, whenever there is decline in religious practice, what is the decline in religious practice? Jivas trying to enjoy away from the Lord, right? That is decline in the religious practice. Instead of serving the Lord, they are serving their senses. So and what happens at that time? Like we have Hiranyakashipu and all those people, they are giving a lot of trouble to the devotees. So one thing is general jivas forgetting what they are supposed to do, and next thing is when the devotees are given hard time by the asuras. So these two things, when the adharma is going down, then the Lord comes. Why? To tell us what is right and what is wrong, and also here to help the pious and to annihilate the miscreants. So we should understand that the link, right? The link is the Lord is giving us the assurance. If you stop doing your sense gratification, you become a devotee. Don't try to enjoy independent of me, right? If you become a good devotee, he is giving a reassuring that I am with you. Okay, he will protect us whenever we are in need. He will definitely protect us, and most important, it's not like he's going to become a security guard for us and stop all the bad things happen to us. But at least what the best thing that he will do for us is he will put us in the path to going back home, back to Godhead. Like for example, a building doesn't happen all of a sudden. First they will put a fundamental foundation, and then slowly they put a platform, CC platform, and then they dig the hole and they make that slowly the pillars will come, the slab will come slowly, right? The next slab, third slab, and then they put the walls, etc. So ours also, our life, a devotee life is also, we should understand, we should visualize as a escalator. As we are doing our devotional service, we are moving ahead towards the Lord, right? If we are not doing properly the devotional service, and if we are doing all sense gratification, misusing the prakriti, this human body has been given very rarely, it's been given to the jiva. If we misuse it, what happens? That escalator is going down into the patal loka, right? So we have to decide whether we on the escalator we want to go up or go down, right? So slowly when we become a devotee, the Lord will guide us how. He'll send a lot of devotees in our lives. We will learn different knowledge. See, we are learning a lot of, we are gaining a lot of knowledge from YouTube classes of different Maharajs, a lot of other devotees, right? So slowly we change we evolve. The consciousness will evolve. It's not like we're going to become a pure devotee tomorrow. So the Lord is telling, if you become a devotee, stop doing all this sense gratification. He's giving us the reassurance that he is checking on us. He has his eye on us. He has his radar on us, right? It's a big thing, isn't it? For example, if we see in this material world, how the employers, what do they do? Not all the employers. Some employers are very good. Some employees, what do they do? Some employers, what do they do? Working, the facilities are there. Sometimes facilities are not given also. Did you work? Did you finish your work? That's all. They don't worry about whether this person is comfortable, is he getting the right salary? Sometimes they make us work and they don't give salary also. But the Lord is telling, if you become my devotee, you're under my radar, like that, right? So here Srila Prabhupada is giving in his purport wonderfully, sadhu means a man who is in Krishna consciousness. So previously what we have seen, all those slokas, the person was trying to, the jiva was trying to be self-conscious, my conscious. But here, sadhu means the person who is Krishna conscious. The result, what did Krishna say? You become my devotee. That means a sadhu means a person who is in Krishna consciousness, right? So he has the qualifications of Krishna consciousness wholly and fully. He is understood to be a sadhu. So what happens? The example is when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees a person who is not very educated, he is crying. The Lord goes to him and sees, oh, what happened? Why are you crying? So the Lord, so he sees, he's actually seeing the photo of Lord Krishna being a charioteer for Arjuna, his devotee Arjuna. So he cries. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks, why are you crying? So he says, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is becoming a charioteer. He has come so low to being a charioteer, because when charioteer means, we know, if he has to go left, you kick left shoulder, or if you have to go right, you kick on the right shoulder. So it's like that. It's a very not a very wonderful job to do, but the Lord has taken even to come to a position to be a charioteer to the to Arjuna, so that he can instruct, he can protect Arjuna, so that he wanted Pandavas to win the war, right? So we can understand how much, even there also, the Brahmana was seeing, oh my God, Krishna has become a charioteer to Arjuna. So the Brahmana starts crying. That person, he is crying. That to understand. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees, wow, this is a great devotee. That is to understand how great the Lord is, how much how much Krishna loves his devotees. And here recently I was listening to Radhesham Prabhuji's class. He talks about Sura and Asura. Sura means the person who follows the scriptures, okay? And yes, the person who understands the scriptures, who follows the scriptures, okay? But a person who doesn't follow is called a Asura, right? So it's like that. A person who is envious to the Lord, he is a Asura, right? So we have seen the example also, a cobbler and a Brahmana, right? When all these two asks to Narad Muni, when you are going to the Lord, not just tell us what the Lord is doing there, and also ask the Lord when we will be coming back to Godhead, in this lifetime or any other lifetime. So Narad Muni tells this to the Lord, and he comes back. Narad Muni tells the Brahmana first. He asks, oh, what is the Lord doing? So the Lord is sending an elephant through the needle of eye of a needle. Brahmana laughs. He doesn't have faith, so he laughs. Arey, how can that happen? And he says the same to the cobbler also. But the cobbler he takes it as, wow, the Lord can do anything, because if a small seed, a banyan tree, if a banyan tree can form from a small seed, Lord can send an elephant through the eye of a needle also. That is possible. And he sees, wow, he enjoys the pastime, but the Brahmana doubts the pastime. So that's why the Lord says, oh, for this Brahmana it will take millions of years, but for this cobbler, in this lifetime, he's going to come back. So that is very important to understand, to have faith on God, right? And Lord could have sent, actually, the Lord is very, he has a lot of agents. He could have sent his agents also to kill all these people who are giving trouble to, like the Hiranyakashipu and all those demons, right? But the Lord loves his devotees. So that's why two things happen here, right? The Lord Krishna appears primarily to deliver the devotees. Like, for example, Devaki, right? The Kamsa was trying to kill Devaki. Same thing happened with Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu, right? So what happens here is, Krishna appears primarily to deliver Devaki rather than to kill Kamsa, but both were performed simultaneously. So here, therefore, it is said here that to deliver the devotee and to vanquish the demon, the miscreants, the Lord appears in different incarnations. So that's why. So the Lord is telling, leave your sense gratification. He's giving us an assurance. Don't worry. If you, like, for example, devotees are, I mean, the general public are worried. If I leave all this sense gratification, where is my enjoyment? Right? So the Lord is telling, don't worry, I will take care of how to go back to Godhead. I will guide you. Don't worry. Like that, the Lord is telling. Right? So next, coming to Actually the Supreme Lord, Avatara, we're talking about, let us discuss about the Avatara. Okay, the Supreme Lord is there in the spiritual world, but for devotees, he descends in different forms, that as avatars, right? Avatara means incarnation of Godhead. One another avatara is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He comes in Channa Avatara, right? And there are different avatars. What are those different avatars? Purusha Avatara, Guna Avatara, Leela Avatara, Shakti Avesh Avatara, Manvantara Avatara, and Yuga Avatara, right? So all appearing on schedule all over the universe. But Lord Krishna is the prime evil Lord, the fountainhead of all avatars. So this is very important to understand this. So what is the specific purpose of Lord Krishna descending? Because the purpose is to mitigate the anxieties of pure devotees who are very anxious to see him in his original Vrindavan pastimes. Therefore, the prime purpose of Krishna Avatara is to satisfy his unalloyed devotees. So we'll just discuss about a small example of Kuchela, Sudama, right? So Sudama and Krishna were studying in the same class, right? They were classmates, and the teacher was Guru Sandipa Muni, right? So the Kuchela, that means Sudama, was a very poor Brahmana, but he was a very pure devotee. Excuse me. So after this, their education finishes, they go in different paths, right? Krishna goes his own path, and Sudama also goes in his own path. And Sudama was a poor Brahmana, but he gets married. He has a lot of children also, right? But Sudama was a very pure devotee. He used to follow all the regulative principles very nicely. Sorry, 1 minute. And Sudama was a very wonderful devotee. He used to follow all the 4 nice regulative principles, and his wife was also cooperating with him very nicely. Okay, yes, there were some hardships. So the wife once tells, "Oh, you have a nice friend Krishna, no? You go to him and ask him for help. He will definitely help you." He is a little reluctant, but somehow he thinks, okay, let me ask some help from Lord Krishna. While going, he knows Lord Krishna loves chipped rice, so he takes some chipped rice for Lord Krishna. Okay, actually, his dress is also very like torn and all like that. He in the last position before, like in the last stages, he says, "Let me take the shelter of the Lord. Let me ask him for help." Then he goes to. Please correct me if it is Dwaraka, right? Is it Dwaraka? He goes to Dwaraka. Is that right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So he goes to Dwaraka. Rukmini Mata is serving the Lord there. The Dwarapalaka, he tells Krishna, your friend Sudama has come. Krishna becomes very happy, but just listening to that, like you can understand how much Krishna loves his devotees. So he becomes very anxious. Oh, I want to see Sudama, and he invites him inside. He washes his feet. He does all sorts of wonderful things. He asks, how are you? How are the family? How are the kids? He takes care of Sudama very nicely, and he takes the chipped rice. And actually, what happens is Sudama is hiding the chipped rice. He finds out, oh, Sudama is hiding something. Let me see what it is, and he takes it. Chipped rice means it's not in a very wonderful quality, but still, what Krishna sees is our love towards the Lord, not what we give him, right? So he takes the chipped rice, he wonderfully accepts it, and I think he also gives a lot of like he helps him in wealth and all. He helps him. And also we have seen when Lord Krishna goes to like they call to Duryodhana and to he goes to somebody's house. I forgot the name. He goes to can you please help me? He goes to some
Vidura?
Vidura, yes, Vidura Mata, Vidura and Vidura, yes. So Duryodhana asks, please come, we have arranged a great lunch for you, lunch or dinner. But he says, no, I'm not coming to your house because you're not a devotee. You don't like me, right? So first of all, you don't like me. You have a different intention. So I'm not going to come to your house. He doesn't straight away say that, but he says, I'm not coming to your house. And Vidura asks, please come to our house. So Vidura Mata, she out of so much love towards the Lord, she's all looking at the Lord with so much happiness, and she gives. Okay, she want to give banana to the Lord, but she peels the banana and she gives the peel. Instead of giving the banana, she gives the peel, right? So Vidura is seeing, oh my God, the interaction between the devotee and the Lord, and he then slowly he tells Vidura, oh my God, see what you're doing. But the Lord doesn't say, what are you doing? He instead of giving the banana, you're giving the peel. He doesn't say anything. He accepts the peel because love is important, not what we are giving. The love, most important thing is the love. Why here love is given so much importance? Because the opposite of envy is love. Okay, right? So we have come here envying the Lord. So if we love him here, what will happen? How is it helpful? Because what happens is when we love the Lord and serve the Lord and love the Lord in this lifetime, what will happen? We will remember the Lord at the time of death. Then we will become eligible to go back to Godhead. Whatever we love at the time of death, that only we will remember. Whatever we are practicing in this lifetime, that only we will remember at the time of death. And at the time of death, whatever state of consciousness we are in, that sort of body we will get in the next life. For example, a person loves to swimming. Most probably if he remembers that at the time of death, he'll become a fish, right? Like that, right? So different ways. And also karma, whatever bad things we have done or good things we have done, according to that we'll get karma, right? Next body. So it's like that. That's why we should start loving the Lord, serving. How do we love the Lord? By serving him and know the Lord. Knowing the is also very important. And also here Srila Prabhupada is talking about, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, the incarnation in the age of Kali is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who spread the word of worship of Krishna by the Sankirtan movement, congregational chanting of the holy name, and spread Krishna consciousness throughout the India, not just India, everywhere. Yes. So, right, and he predicted that this culture of Sankirtana would be broadcasted all over the world, from town to town and village to village. So in what way? In what way? Through the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? The potency is also there in the Mahamantra, right? Krishna has added in different yugas, different ways of worship was there, right? In Satya Yuga, it was meditation, right? In the Treta Yuga,
Sacrifices, Prabhuji.
sacrifices. In Dwapara Yuga, they were doing deity worship. In Kali Yuga, you're supposed to do Sankirtan Yajna, right? The holy name, right? Chanting of the holy name. Why? Because Arjuna says, oh, I can do anything, but my mind is chanchala, right? Chanchala mana Krishna, right? He says. So even our minds are also very not very stable. They are unstable. So in this yuga, we can't do all those things: meditation, yajna, temple worship, deity worship, because you're looking at the deity, but you're thinking about something else. So because the mind is chanchala, it is moving here and there. So to bring the mind to in the focus of the Lord, right? Because in this Kali Yuga, there is no, generally speaking, there is no difference between the Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. There is no difference between these, right? Nama, Rupa, Guna, right? The Lila. That's why we should know. The Lord has done so many pastimes. We should know why, how it helps us, right? How it helps us. The Lord actually is very merciful. He tells in the next sloka only, right? Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvatha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, right? Let me share it for you. See here, straight away after 4.8, the Lord is telling, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvatha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sarjana. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, takes his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. That means, how will we know? What is the significance of knowing the divine acts of the Lord, right? What is the significance? The significance is that the Lord is telling us, like for example, he has killed Putana. How the Putana has laced herself with poison, right? And she was about to give that milk to poison, so to Lord Krishna, so that Krishna will die. But what happened? Putana died, right? And so Krishna is supposed to. But if we take poison, what will happen? We'll definitely die. In the same way, Trinavarta came to take Krishna away, steal Krishna away. What happened? Yes, he was about to carry Krishna away very high to the sky. But what happened? Krishna was very light, but when he went to the nearer to the sky, Krishna became so heavy he couldn't lift. Trinavarta couldn't lift. Krishna was become so heavy, and he was holding his neck, Trinavarta's neck, and he became so heavy he fell down and died. Can we do that? For example, I'll tell you a small example. I said, oh, I was walking on the wall when I was a little kid, and I fell, right, and I got hurt here. So that's why there is no eyebrow in that place. I fell and I got hurt, and blood was oozing out also. It happens to us, everybody. If we fall down, blood oozes out, we get injured. But Krishna didn't. Nothing happened to Lord Krishna, right? Trinavarta died, right? In the same way, Aghasura. What happened at the time of Aghasura Leela? All the Aghasura comes to capture Krishna. He wants to kill Krishna. So, but the mouth was wide open. Aghasura means it is a snake, a very big anaconda sort of snake, a very big snake. That upper lip was touching the clouds. That big that snake was, and it was looking like a mountain, right? So all the gopas, they go inside Aghasura. Let us see what happened. And they also think, some devotee, some of the gopas, they ask, oh, it might be dangerous. Why are you going into that? No problem. Krishna is there. He will help us. So they go inside, and then Krishna finds out, okay, my gopas, right? They are all in trouble. Let me go and help them. And they go in. Krishna goes inside. The moment Krishna goes inside, Aghasura closes his mouth, and he goes inside. He bores a hole on the head, and through that Aghasura dies and everybody comes out. So can we do that as a normal human being? Can we do that? If a strong snake wraps us up, we are dead, we are gone, right? Especially if we are going inside the snake's mouth, it is very hard to come out because the teeth of the snake are inwards, so you can't go out easily, right? So they are made that way. But so the Lord is telling in the same way, Bakasura also, right? Krishna, Bakasura captures Krishna and he gets stuck in the neck, and and the Bakasura gets a lot of heat sensation, right? He is not able to bear, and then he spits Krishna out. Can we do that? No, it's not possible. Once we got inside something, coming out becomes very hard. In the same way, Krishna did a lot of leelas, right? The Govardhana Leela, so many other leelas. Kaliya, snake Kaliya. He's playing with the snake. He killed the snake just by dancing on it. Is that possible for us? No. By seeing the snake only we run. But Krishna danced on that on that snake. Just see how great Krishna is. He killed Dhenukasura also, like Lord Balaram. And he did Brahma Vimochana Leela. He was there in different places, all of at once. Can we do that? Can we be in the house and office at the same time? It would be wonderful, but no, it's not possible. So, but Krishna can do it. So the Lord is telling, oh my dear Jivas, you cannot compete with me. You cannot imitate me. You cannot become Krishna, right? Through this, as we discussed, we are a soul, just a consciousness. But through this consciousness, Prakriti, the body has been given. But what are we doing? We are using Prakriti to maintain the body, but we are competing with the Lord. We are trying to enjoy independent of the Lord, using the Prakriti. Who is enjoying? The soul is trying to enjoy. So the Krishna is telling, oh my dear Jiva, your capacity is given. Sorry, there is some sound. The capacity is given to you and it is taken away. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. So utilize this human body to become a devotee. Don't become a demon. The Lord is telling, you cannot become me. Right? There is only one Krishna, right? You are a part and parcel of me. That means we are supposed to serve the Lord instead of becoming independently enjoying in this lifetime. So what we are supposed to do? We should give credit to the Lord for giving us this wonderful body. He has given us this opportunity, isn't it? This otherwise, if a pig or a donkey or a snake or a plant, insect, can they understand Bhagavad Gita? No. So this is one thing. So in our daily activities, we should remember how the Lord is helping us to live and to become a devotee also, right? In different ways. We are learning Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-gītā, we are chanting the holy name. Through the chanting of holy name, we are purifying our mind, our consciousness, and it is helping us to evolve. As we thought of the escalator, we are evolving from, yes, we might be our consciousness is low, but we are evolving. Slowly, we are becoming a devotee, pure devotee. So the best important thing is to give credit to the Lord and have gratitude for the Lord. That is two things that are very important. For example, it is very subtle, but we are breathing Krishna's air, right? Oxygen is going, carbon dioxide is coming out. We are breathing Krishna. Did we say thank you? We have to. In the same way, water, we are drinking water, we are utilizing. If we don't drink water, we are gone. We can't live. Maybe 1 day, 2 days, we can. 1 day, okay. 1 day, Nirjala, yes, we can do. But later on, we can't continue. So the Lord has made us wantedly, right? Intentionally, He has made us dependent like this to prove us that, oh my dear Jiva, you cannot live without my energy. So and if that is the case, how can we compete with the Lord? We cannot become Krishna. We cannot imitate Him. So the Lord is just telling us, my dear Jiva, you are zero, but you are depending on my prakriti, my dakshina prakriti, suyate sa charajara, etunane kaunteya jagat viparivartate. So everything is coming and going. Creation and annihilation will happen, but utilize this energy properly. This is my prakriti, not your prakriti. So that means we are not supposed to enjoy in this material world independently. We are supposed to serve the Lord, right? Service. We are supposed to serve the Lord, not to enjoy ourselves. Why? Because this is temporary. So that's why the Lord is coming here, and why He had to come to help Prahlad Maharaj, because Prahlad Maharaj was persecuted by his own father. He was telling, glorify me, but Prahlad Maharaj was saying, Om Namo Narayanaya, right? That's it. He was glorifying the Lord. The demons doesn't like it, so he was trying to kill his own child, right? So that's why the Lord had to come. He asks, Hiranyakashipu asks, is your Lord there in this pillar? He says yes. So the Lord appeared there, and he kills Hiranyakashipu, right? So it's like that. So it's important to say that the Lord loves His devotees. This is all about understanding that how much the Lord loves us, right? So we should understand that, and He's trying to give us an opportunity to go back to Godhead, to be a good devotee. He's teaching us Bhagavad-gītā. We are having Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. We have Devotees Association. If we can give that credit and gratitude, these two things are very important, and chanting the holy name. These three things, if we do, along with the ABCD, we can become pure devotees, and we can be eligible to go back to Godhead. So today is wonderful Ekadashi. Please try to do extra devotional service in whatever way you like, and then we can slowly in this escalator move ahead in the path towards becoming eligible to go back to Godhead. Thank you, dear devotees. Dandavat pranam to everyone. Any questions or suggestions we'll take now. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Sri Hari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. So
What
if you
was-
permit, Prabhu, if you permit, we will continue with the
Yes.
Ekadashi glorification.
Yes, Prabhu. We can stop the recording. Do you want to stop?
Yes.